Hey guys, welcome to Crazy Days. Today we want to talk a little bit about Thrive Life and why I don't buy Thrive Life. Okay, what is Thrive Life? It is a freeze-dried substance. It's items, food items, freeze-dried for long-term storage. Okay, the first problem I have is the long-term storage. If you buy the boxes that are pre-packaged for one meal, they only last 6 months, so that is not long-term storage. You can buy macaroni and cheese in the store and it lasts a year. So the pre-packaged deals do not last longer than 6 months. So that was one thing with storage that I did not like. These single things like corn, tomatoes, green beans will last up to 25 years. Okay, now if you're a prepper, that is a good thing. You want to know that your food will last a long time. But the catch is up to 25 years because they do recommend you get their shelving unit for the optimal long-term storage. But a lot of people don't do that. So here in the Deep South, long-term storage doesn't mean long-term storage. I had these, let's try the tomatoes. I didn't like the tomatoes to start with. I don't like them now. A year later, these things are like little rubber sponges. Very, very mushy. They've absorbed so much moisture already because of it. And when you rehydrated them last year, they were horrible. They didn't have a tomato taste. They were yucky. I didn't like them. So the long-term storage on the tomatoes in our humid climate is a no. I can take my jarred tomatoes. These were put up in 16. Still beautiful, still good. Danny and I have used 5 and 6-year-old tomatoes before, and they still are good. Same with the green beans. These are 16. I have green beans that are older than that, and they still look good. The green beans, you can hear they're still a little crunchy. But again, I can feel the moisture in them. They've done absorbed moisture. So they're almost a year old. They're 11 months old. I would prefer my canned stuff to this for storage because once you open it in our humid climate, moisture is going to get in. I don't care if you do have them sealed. The corn was the same way. You can hear the crunch of the corn, but you can also feel that it still has that humid, it's done absorb moisture in it because it doesn't crumble like it did last year. Okay, so storage was one reason. It doesn't store well in our humid climate, so I would rather can and have it available as opposed to this. Yes, I can get more tomatoes here than a whole bunch of these jars. The storage in this is great compared to what I have to store these. The process, if you want simple, buy this, stick it on your shelf, and use it. One thing they did say with the storage was that you rotate it out, which means they tell me this lasts 25 years. But they're also saying rotate it out, which means don't leave it on your shelf 25 years and expect to use it. So that means you've got to eat this during some period and buy more. And the 6 months on the single things, you've got to constantly be revamping your shelves if you're going to have Thrive Life in the single food, what is it called? In the single meal deals. You are going to constantly be rebuying every 6 months because you need to eat whatever you just bought within the 6 months. So storage is one of the issues that I have with Thrive Life. The next thing is digestive issues. I have a husband that has digestive issues. When I first made the first meals with Thrive Life, Amanda from Freedom Acres was here, and she has digestive issues. Danny refused to eat it, period, because he read the way they did things and stuff, and he just knew he didn't want to touch it. He didn't want the problems. He was not going to have any issues using this. So Amanda thought she would be okay. We made the shepherd's pie, and within 20 minutes she was doubled over in pain, and it took her hours to get over it. whatever is in it does not work with people with digestive issues. So that was my big no, was the digestive issues. I have a husband that has them. So no, I won't buy Thrive Life. No, I won't use it because of the digestive issues. My last reason would be simply that when I made the shepherd's pie, it took me as long as it would have if I'd opened my jarred stuff, put it all together and baked it and done it. And my jarred stuff tastes better. Taste is the number one thing. I do not like the taste of Thrive Life. The green beans, the corn, and the tomatoes tasted like sponges. They were horrible. I didn't like it at all. So the taste was bad to me. I prefer jarred. I'm used to my fresh vegetables. These will last up to 5 years. And I've had some that's gone 8 years. And I rotate out. This says to rotate out. I rotate out. I grow what I eat. Now, if you cannot grow what you need to eat, this is a way you can go, if that's what you need to do. But if you have digestive issues, I would suggest that you find another way. I prefer my canned to Thrive Life, and I always will. So I'm always going to be honest with you guys and tell you the truth about what I find when I use products. So Thrive Life is a no-go for me for these reasons. I will always grow and can and dehydrate what I need. So thank you guys from Crazy Days.